What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braethorn. I, for some reason, can no longer hear. There we go. I can hear again. I accidentally bumped a button on my thing. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm Braethorn. We're live. And the only person who couldn't hear me this time was me. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. How are you? I am fine. Let's see here. Sick PCs, Mikey, welcome. What's going on? Bone Shock, how you doing? Skeeter, welcome. Alucard, we'll be flipping between Zach and Brett. Zach again? Killing me, Zach. Killing me. Do I have speed lines right now? Oh, that's not even the right. I do. I shouldn't. It doesn't show that I do have speed lines right now. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, now I don't. Okay. Sorry, I have this thing lately where so I usually have some kind of pretty steady sleep schedule, whether it's a bad one or a good one. Right now I don't. And I ate, we had food, and then I sort of passed out for a bit. So, sorry I'm a little bit late. But I'm here. I'm here. I got the wake up juice going on. Not sponsored, obviously. But yeah, only because UFD Tech is with him right now. Alucard, why are you watching me? That sounds way better than this stream. All right, everybody, we're all gonna go watch Zach and Brett because they're awesome. I'll see y'all later. Okay, I'm kidding, but that does sound amazing. Okay, why aren't you moving more? Let me go see. Sorry, I'm just gonna go see. Oh, look at them wearing zebra shirts. Look at them wearing matching zebra shirts. Should I knock to collaborate? No. I'm not asking you guys. I'm answering that question myself. Lone Vaquero, welcome. It's about time. God, I'm kidding. Been all over the place. I feel you. It's the fact that it's the last one when Brett is in the States as we've moved about. I thought he was already in South Africa, but I guess he was preparing for the move. I don't know if I missed it. Yes. UFD is going back to... Brett is going back to... Brett and family are going back to South Africa. Yep. YouTube land. What's going on? Alice, welcome. Adam, how are you doing? Steve. Robert. Z-Man's car. How's it going? TJ Sparks. Finally, I got to a not real name. Well, Robert says Robert fixed it, but yeah. Anyone watching the new Alien Earth show? Says Steve. IMO looks nice. Nothing too new. I don't really watch TV shows anymore. Unless I binge a series that's supposedly really good or something. Fries Guy, welcome. He is live. He is me. I am him. And Doe Mills. Hello, I need some help. Hello. Okay. Bro, I just bought a PC and every game I play is lagging. Steve, I don't really use the forum for tech support. Doe Mills, you need to make sure that you have your monitor set to its higher frame rate. You're probably on 60 hertz. All right, look. Check this out. This sounds like that might be the thing. So you right click on your desktop, you go to display settings. You make sure it's not on the wrong screen there. There we go. Yeah, I know my displays are crazy, okay? This is the TV that I have on the wall for when I'm streaming and unboxing stuff, right? This is my upper 1440p monitor. This is my 4K main monitor. But yeah, so say you're looking at your monitor. Doe, this is just something to check out, okay? You shouldn't be asking for tech support when you're driving and you're not at your PC, where I can actually help you. Why would you do that? What a weird thing to do. You got the SCG Auburn? Okay, that's your main problem. That thing sucks. All their PCs are terrible. You should do what Amazon allows you to do, Doe, and return that thing immediately. Come back here. I'll help you find a good pre-built, okay? I've unboxed and tested an SCG Auburn PC, and it was one of the worst PCs I've ever touched, I've ever laid my eyes on. It is horrible. So you need to return that thing, which Amazon should allow you to do if it's early enough, and come back here. I'll help you find a different PC, okay? Let me keep saying hi to everybody. It was too early for drama. But TL Foreman, welcome. Yeah, you guys look for too far. You're looking too far into it. If it's SCG Auburn, you're starting off with problems. Their PCs are really bad. Sailor X, welcome. X11, welcome. Humanity, welcome. Seen the entire first season already, really enjoyed it. Nice. Yeah, I got that after the reply too. Yep. Yeah, go get that packaging, send that thing back. The problem with STG Auburn is that it really does seem too good to be true what you get for the money. But you know what they say, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. PCs, the big downside, there's a lot of upsides to PC gaming. The big downside is the costs. And if you're trying to skirt around that, you're gonna get what you pay for. Especially if it's not used. Bergie, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Let's go, nerds. Look at that, 4 months. Very nice, very nice. Thank you for that 4 months of support. I appreciate you. Is that Zach and Zach that I'm seeing? They look so similar. What? No, Brett and Zach don't look that similar. They're both tall. But that's it. Let's see. PC on carpet is fine, right, Steven? No. Do better. It is not good. Don't do that. Wait, what happened? There's only 4 out. Oh, okay. TV. Gotcha. Yeah, I was just trying to surprise my son with a birthday gift, actually. Went the cheap route. Yeah. Generally, okay, so here's what happened, Doe. And this, this is for everybody to know. It used to be back in before COVID hit. You could spend $600-700 on a PC. That was the budget. That was like decent budget PC right there. You could do decent stuff with that. These days, I mean, you cannot be surprised if you knew that back then, which you probably, if you're just getting into this, it's okay. But if you knew that back then, you can't be surprised if it's crept up quite a bit since COVID, since multiple hardware launches, since just price creep, every generation, inflation, everything. So really, you want $800 to $1,000, and $800 is pushing it to get a budget PC. But I have good news, Doe Mills. There are some amazing PCs out there for that price, and I will help you find one. Just do me a favor if if you're going to return that PC, do me a favor, go leave a review. Tell them how bad it is. Tell everyone how bad it is. Because that's the thing, is like, I'm not making it up. You came in here because it was bad. Like, I really need to get a video out on that from that review. I really got to do that. But also, be careful. You don't have to text anymore. You don't have to type anymore. You are driving. Please be safe. Gonna be around from now on. Hello, everyone. Doe, welcome. Super happy to have you here. I am here to help out with situations exactly like yours, so you came to the right place. And gonna learn you some stuff here. That's what's gonna happen. Why am I looking at this screen? What was I doing that? Why did I do that? Oh, I was showing the display thing. Yeah, it's not the display settings if it's STG Auburn. We still have, I fell behind on it. I still have a third terrible PC to unbox, and I need to get around to that. But so guys, I do want to talk about something that is pretty exciting. Well, I mean, okay, you already knew about this, some of y'all, but I'm fine. You know, as you know, I am finally getting that the case from Thermaltake, the Future Dusk Tower 600, the most beautiful case. Period. It's just, it's purple and beautiful, and I cannot wait. I might have a special day coming up on the 11th. That is my birthday. That is a Thursday. And my goal is to do a PC build stream for that. And this PC is going to be for me. Now, what I'm planning right now is the Falcon Northwest PC down here. There's a reason that I have to outsource editing, especially right now. It can barely play videos, much less edit them. Okay, it's just not. Like, it can barely watch YouTube on that thing. It's way too unstable thanks to the 14900K that has been cooking its own juices since launch. It's just not good. So I'm gonna basically be scavenging from that PC to build in this one, meaning I get a 4090 out of it. There's a Founders Edition 4090 in there that is still good and ready to go. That's awesome. That's a great GPU. It's Q3 of 2025, and I still have not even I've not gotten my hands on a 5090, but that's so it goes. It's okay. It's all right. Doesn't bother me. I've got a card with 24 gigs of VRAM and tons of performance. I really have nothing to complain about. So it's not going to be a 5090 in there. It's going to be a 4090 in there. However, I do need to source a CPU and motherboard for that. I'm not using the one the motherboard is awesome too. It's really too bad. It's just that motherboard has LGA 1700 for the socket, which is the bad part about it. It really, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot with that PC. It's going to basically, you see over here, where we have the unfortunate Stream Ripper, which is yet another PC that does not work that I was really hoping it would. That is going to be replaced in my setup with, well, when you see this thing at the end of that stream, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Fries Guy, isn't the 14900K fixed with a BIOS update? Yes, if it's brand new. If you were using it for months and months while you had bad microcode, it's cooked, permanently damaged. It has destroyed little itty bits within itself with electricity. Wait, you say 11th? Your birthday's September 11th? Yes, it is, Steve. Go ahead. Say whatever you want. I've been hearing it for over 2 decades, for, I guess, 24 years now. I like the new desktop. I mean, screen desktop. Was it an Intel? Yep. Hey, Bone Shock. What's up? Why'd you say hey? What happened? So, I don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't had any luck yet sourcing that CPU and motherboard. I can't just outright buy it right now, even though there's amazing deals right now with Intel Gamer Days. I'm thinking going 265K and a Z890 motherboard. So we'll see what I can do. The thing is, this was supposed to be around the time that a special thing I was supposed to be doing with a system integrator for Intel Gamer Days was supposed to happen, and that PC was supposed to be the one that I would be sourcing the parts from here, or using in general, and that didn't materialize. So you now copying my idea Alucard, I've been talking about this for, well, since Computex, but also since the 265K dropped in price. So how many times, Alucard, how dare you? How many times have you been watching the stream and I show off something awesome that I found and you're like, ooh, I'm going to order one of those? You can't, are you serious? You do it in chat. We all see it. Are you copying my idea? Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure half of the stuff you have in your workshop there, you saw on stream first. Okay, like, let's calm down now. I don't think I've ever heard anybody so clearly say, hey, roast me for a sec, would you? Well, that was a great motherboard there. Forgive me for listening to you when you say you should cop one of those. But I obviously can't copy you. I can't buy one right now. Cheap as it is, I can't do it. Now, just rent is coming up and all that, so yeah. But it's okay. It's all right. I'll figure something out. Hey, Bergie. Why does it say you resubscribed for 6 months and you've been subscribed for 4 months? Did you do a 6-month sub? Like in advance or something? What do you think about Core Ultra versus AM5 CPUs? Well, I think Core Ultra is severely underrated, especially for the price of the Core Ultra 7 in particular. The 265K is the best deal, price to performance CPU on the market. Hands down. Like, there's no competition. It is literally tied for the second best video editing CPU in Premiere Pro on the market. And the CPU it's tied with, the 265K, is 1/3 the price. It's insane. It's insanely good. If you're looking for top tier performance in gaming, that's a 3D V-Cache chip, X3D chip. But really, that's the benefit with AM5. The other benefit with AM5 is upgradability in the future. Intel is they constantly drop the ball for those who want to upgrade their CPUs down the line. Especially this generation, because this socket, 1850 LGA 1851, is only getting a refresh, and that's it. 1 generation plus refresh. That is it, and that sucks. However, the value to be had for some people, it's going to be too hard to beat. It's yeah. However, my problem with 3D V-Cache is that people think, oh, that's the best gaming CPU. I need to get that so I can play Cyberpunk at 4K or some AAA title at 4K. No, you don't need it for that. 3D V-Cache is wasted on a PC like that. Unless you're playing specific games that actually utilize CPU, which is actually rare at higher resolution. At 1080p, yeah, it's going to make a huge difference. 1440p and 4K, not so much. So 3D V-Cache is overrated, and Core Ultra 200S is underrated. You order your X50 yet? I'm supposed to be getting one. I don't know if y'all remember, but I sort of put height on the spot with my short that I did with them at Computex, where I was like, we're going to do a build stream with one of these, and maybe we'll be able to give one away. Yeah, maybe we'll give one away. So keep an eye out for that. The thing is launching in October, so I'm waiting on word back for whether we're going to have it in time to match up with the launch date. Imagine? Huh? Imagine? Yeah. The only thing is, I don't want them to send me 2 purple cases. I would like whoever wins it to be able to pick the color they want. No, I won't. That's just, it wasn't me. it wasn't me put a damper on that one. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's been 24 years. I'm good. Yeah, Dan did order it. Congrats, Dan. Bears, Beats, and Battlestars, what's up? Hey, what's up, Bray? Hey, everybody catching the stream and heading to gym probably to have you play while on treadmill. I fell off this month, but going back. How's your gym journey, bud? It has slowed down because I'm going with Ari. You know, I'm going with my girlfriend to the gym, and her work schedule has changed, so we're trying to work around that. But it's with you, though. You're on your birthday 1 year. I remember the entire day. What did you do on June 16th? Any year? Existed, I guess, except before 82. Observer Thoughts, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yeah, a while ago. Well, Bergie, thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's crazy. Observer Thoughts, thank you for being in both chats. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know how that works or what that means, but Bergie, thank you. Okay, let me bring up the form. Man, I feel weird. Wait, why does he have the transparent? Oh, because he did a video about how they sent it to him. Hold on. I gotta I want to give some subs or something in here just to say hi to these guys. I don't know. Anthony Brand, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, Dan got the red one. Alucard, what color did you get? Oops, meant to do this. There you go. I bought that 5950X. It arrives tomorrow. Awesome. Congrats. Also did the red. Nice. MSI MLG 4070 Super to put in that case. Is that a red one? Is it red in color? I don't have it. I don't remember. But yeah, we found you a hell of a deal on that. Vlad the Bozo. Are we still in a GPU crisis? Been out of the loop on tech space for months. No, we're actually doing pretty good. You can actually find 50 series NVIDIA GPUs at MSRP most of the time now. Man, life be lifting sometimes. I say get in while you can and don't stress over it. True. I really just need to get on the elliptical as often as possible and do my core exercises right now. Those are the two most important things. Blood, yeah, it's stabilized. What we're seeing right now is probably the product of the pause on the tariffs that happened, which ended at the beginning of this month. So we'll see if prices go back up. Let me see. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Nope, not that. Okay, let's see. Anybody filled out the form yet? We have 2 people, Fries Guy 0 and Sachin Sobers. A parts list and an upgrade. Yep, that tracks. It really is, especially at sub $300. Yeah, that was an like $800 CPU when it came out. It was crazy. 700, 800, whatever. If you could guess, when would we see the Super Series cards? It's probably around CES. They'll probably do a keynote at CES. That's in January. My PC sounds like a jet engine after I put a 120mm fan in. Did it not have any fans before? Is it... what are we talking about here? The amount of people throwing shade at the 5060 Ti 16 gig has grinded to a halt. Yep. If you get it at MSRP, it is actually quite nice. I'm on the list, but I filled it out a bit ago. Anthony, okay. All right. Yeah, and we took care of you. We got you a system at Micro Center. So you were on the list and you got your help. Oh wait, you filled it out again. Why did you do it again? Because we was that a different Anthony? Anthony Brand. Yeah, on the 8th of July, we did a Fairfax parts list. And then on the 7th of August, you filled out the form again for a pre-built from the Fairfax Micro Center. What happened to the parts list we did? At a Ryzen 5 3600 died. Bad memory channel on the CPU. So the old 1700X isn't going to waste either. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Boot up Cal, thanks again, because gym memberships are weird right now. Luckily, all the gym government in my state is stepping in, though. Literal government. Okay, I thought you said gym government. I was there. Gym government. First, I started rice bucket training and simple push-ups and core work with some simple stretching. It's not much, but perfect for me. I'm glad that works for you. I have to use the machines to assist on core exercises because it's just that weak for me. It's been that long. What's a really good soundboard to get? What do you mean soundboard? I don't know. Get you a Family Guy soundboard, or are you talking about like an audio program? Are you talking about an audio interface, like a physical audio interface? Like to hook a mic up into your computer? That's like an XLR microphone like this one? What are we talking about? Anthony, waiting for your answer on what happened with your entry, because we helped you out on July 8th with a parts list. And then you filled the form out again August 7th. So was it for somebody else? What's going on there? Okay, if you're talking about a sound card, that is something different. You know, some people in Reddit are rabid NVIDIA haters. They were trying their level best to demonize the GPU. So were a lot of reviewers. But then when you look at the actual testing, it's fine. It's the 5060 Ti 16 gig is a fine GPU. It does quite well. I think we can make stuff like pop up on the screen or sounds to pop up while I'm playing the game. If you're talking about a Stream Deck, to have like, if you're talking about doing this while streaming or something like that, you can just get a Stream Deck for something like that that can play sounds. Sure. Steven, what are you doing that requires a 5090? What are you doing that requires 32 gigs of VRAM? Yeah, grab a Stream Deck. I have 3 of them right now. I have the small one. I have the Stream Deck Plus with the knobs for controlling audio, and I have the pedals so that I can be hands-free and still do stuff like this. It's on the floor. It's like 3 buttons, basically. 3 big buttons on the floor. I keep following me. There we go. All right. Dare D, what's going on? Welcome. Music is a bit loud. Sorry. I've been doing that lately. Accidentally leaving the music a little too loud. Sorry about that. That's better. Okay. Gaming only at 4K res 240 hertz monitor. I mean, I guess, sure. It's still, think about it this way, Steven. The 5090 literally costs two 5080s. And it's like 20% performance increase, 25 for if you average it out. There's some games where that's more. There, it's true. It can be 25, whatever, 30% in some games. But it's literally the price of two 5080s. What they were doing there was pricing most gamers out of getting that GPU. And if you put a 5090 with a 10900K, you are going to bottleneck that GPU. The 5090 is the only GPU that actually can justify a 9800X3D at higher resolutions, because it will actually push more frames that way. There's just not enough performance increase if you're only gaming to get a 5090. Not for 100% more of the price. It does not double the performance. It is wasted money if you're just gaming. Unless you're making money off of gaming. Unless you're a professional gamer. Buying a 5090 is mathematically a waste of money. And I will do nothing to help you deal with any kind of buyer's remorse. You were making a mistake if you buy a 5090 just for gaming, in my opinion. Because I could actually make decent use of that 4K 240 hertz monitor with a 5070 Ti. No joke. I'm not kidding. Doe Mills, I need to know that you're not driving anymore before I'm going to start answering your questions. Please focus on driving and do not type in my chat while you're driving. You continue to worry me. Dweezy, what's up? We're doing okay. We're doing all right. I didn't realize how low I had my headphones at. That's why the music was too loud. T. Peterloff, not even voice. Don't even use voice for that. No. You can listen like a podcast. So I haven't gotten an answer back from Anthony yet. That makes sense. I'll go with the rebuild. Thanks, mate. You got it. Of course. And Steven, if you want, you can, if you haven't already done a form, I can help you pick exactly the parts that you can get, that you should get, but no. Just pulled into the driveway. Okay. Sure, this is not hydration, but I do need to drink this before it gets too late. Even though it literally dehydrates me. I have water. I'm good. But Doe, if now that you are, get settled in, get home, and fill out that form that's linked in the description, and then I can help you out. So, do you recommend 5070s GPU? Huh? What? What? Huh? What are you talking about? What's going on, Naruto? GPU woo? There you go. I like that. There's a soundbite for you. It's okay, Bone Shock. Don't worry about it. All right. So, Fries Guy. Fries Guy, are you still here? Did you leave already? Was I that annoying? I get it. I do. Give me a second. Only problem is there only one Fries Guy? We need 4 more of them. That's not the right guy, guys. Fries Guy, oh, you are here. Awesome. Just give me a second. I want to do this real quick. Doe Mills, the forum is in the description. Oh, why did you go to Twitch? It's not in the description anymore. Here, hold on. If you're watching on Twitch, there's the link is there. There you go. You were watching on YouTube before. That's different. Steven, I don't care about Linux. I'm sorry. What I should say is I'm not the person to ask. Linux is cool. Linux is great. Linux is wonderful. Yay, whatever. It'll save the world. Well, let's do this real quick.
Yeah, you are responsible, but like when you have a team that you trust and they're competent and like they're gonna give you their best work because they know that you trust them.
Yep, 100%. All right, someone said chat is a bit dry. To be honest, I think we might have been neglecting.
Yeah, no,
before we go get a beer.
Yeah.
Chat, we gotta wake them up.
Okay.
You guys ask Brett. Oh, dude, ad right when I started. Let's go. All right, we're gonna go get a beer real quick while these ads are running. We will be right back.
Oh my God! Right when I do it? No! God! Every freaking time! Every time. Freaking 1,000 bits, and they're just like, ha! Later. Forget these guys. Forget these guys. I don't care anymore. I don't even care. I don't even care. Brett, just go to South Africa already. Leave us. Leave us. Leave us here, the losers, while you go off to beautiful South Africa. I miss you, Brett. I hope you're doing great. I hope your family's good. Okay. All right. I guess I'll just have that in the background. They have royalty-free music, I think, so sure. I left there to hang with you guys. Oh, thank you, Dare. You didn't need to do that, but I mean, I'm glad you did. It is insane timing. It is insane timing. At least y'all don't make me feel like an idiot. I mean, you're not, so you shouldn't feel like one. What do you mean? My thing is I don't like it. Like I don't like it when anyone makes you feel like I don't see them making you feel like an idiot. I don't know. Those are usually pretty nice guys, both of them. But I never want to make someone feel bad for not knowing stuff that I didn't know before I knew it. That makes sense. All right, Fries, tell me what your actual maximum budget is. It's gonna be somewhere in the range of this $1,000 to $1,500. It can be $1,000 or $1,500, or it can be $1,350. What is your actual number, max budget? I hope this is royalty free, because if not, Zach shouldn't be using it. Oh, no, not them. The chat. Well, that sucks. We have a good chat here. Not a bad one. I'm in Australia. Does it matter if you're picking the parts? No, I can just choose Australia. So yeah, fries guy. What's the 1400 max? Got it. All right. Just gaming at 1080p. That's easy. All right. Now you say AMD. Do you mean CPU or CPU and GPU? He's been using for a year or so now? Okay. It sounds like something off of like YouTube music.
All right, so I shouldn't talk about the lawsuit.
I forgot that you have a really good skill of faking conversations whenever you come back on camera. My wife, Diana, said that we had a Max Verstappen right when we left. Oh,
Braithorn.
Braithorn.
What's up, man?
Not Gene 11, not right now. They're talking to me, not you.
All right, Braithorn first with a 1,000 bid. He says, "What's up, my dudes?
How's it going, man?
It's going. We're on beer numero dos. We also got Not Gene 11 with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Appreciate
That was it. That was all I wanted. That's it. Just wanted to say hi to my friends. That's it.
Okay.
Bye. That's literally all I wanted. And of course, they had to just go get a beer right then. Of course. Okay. Gaming 1080p parts list going to PC part picker. Let's go. Start with the 9600X. Motherboard, just gaming. All right, cool. Full ATX B650. What color is the build? The build is black. Okay, all right. Boring. Kidding. It's fine. You get what you want. Did you want Wi-Fi with your... You need Wi-Fi? Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll pick one. Well, you probably don't have Wi-Fi 7, like most people don't. Have actual Wi-Fi 7 from their ISP. But this is really a solid board for the price. As long as that's 2.5 gig Ethernet. Because that looks like gigabit Ethernet. Yeah, it is gigabit Ethernet. We can do better than that. Lame. GameX Wi-Fi 6. Why would gigabyte? What year is it? Why Wi-Fi 6E on everything? Because they're budget boards, and that's fine. I get it. Okay, I'm actually joking. Let's see what MSI does at this price point. Yeah, it's decent. Damn, 5 gig Ethernet? Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah. This is nice. Dual 10 gig USB-C. You have 4 USB 2.0s, and that looks bad, but it's not bad. It's your mouse, keyboard, headset, things like that all go there. Anything like an external drive to hold your games or anything like that can go into these 3 right here, the 10 gig ports, USB Type A or Type C, and then 5 gig Ethernet, 5 gig USB right there, 5 gig Ethernet and Wi-Fi 7. Pretty solid. Looking here, looks like you have 1, 2, 3 M.2 slots there. That's totally fine for what you're doing. Okay, we'll go with this. The way you ordering doesn't... No, this is a parts list. This is not a pre-built. If it's built before you get it, that is pre-built. If it's a parts list, that is for a DIY build. Doe Mills, we are not doing yours just yet. We're going to be doing the person who entered the form first. And there are 2 people before you. We're doing one of them right now. And they chose parts list. The person after them chose upgrade. You chose pre-built. So that does make a difference in how we proceed. Hey, what happened to my motherboard? The hell? Oh, all right. We'll just go here then. No problem. Let's see. Their chat has a lot of PCM Redditors in it. I have literal footage of the founder of PCMR saying pre-builts are fine. All that stuff's fine. If you're just getting into this, welcome to PCMR. Like, why are they like this? My friend wants full blackout, FYI. Well, yeah, you said you don't want any RGB there. That's what that question's for, so you're good to go. Oh, you mean like on the board too? Is the color of the board a problem? Okay. All right, sure. It's a better board, but like, all right. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. No. It took off my... Did it take off my... Wait, what? Please don't look ATX, so I'm a little confused. Well, sorry. This one's going to have a little bit of highlights on it, but this is a solid board for sure. Costs more, but I mean, sure. It still has 5 gig Ethernet and Wi-Fi 7, and almost the same I/O, just a little bit better actually. So yeah, sure. 32 gigs Ethernet 56000. Yeah, y'all know the drill at this point. 2x16. There you go. No RGB on the RAM. We'll start with 1 terabyte of storage. I think it only comes with a back fan. Let me check. You get 1 fan with it. Okay. $67.98. But it'll be a blacked out build, like you're saying. Should be good since no RGB means no light in the PC. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I know. I got you. Why did it lose its place? That's weird. Did I do that? Okay, so one M25-120 black fan. So let's get, there should be a pack of 3 of those. M25. Oh, no. There we go. That's 140s. And I think the case fits 140s. I don't know. We might go with a different case because you have to buy the fans for this other than the rear exhaust. So this can fit 3 140s on the front. Nice. And that is $36, but they link together, so it's better cable management. And it's $36 for 3 fans that have daisy chaining, which is nice. And so far, we need a power supply, we need a case, and a CPU cooler. But we're at 693.92. And we're gaming at 1080p. I mean, this is easy. Sorry, but what's the stream delay on YouTube Live? It's like 15 seconds, 20 seconds because of the 4K high bit rate. Parts list. So get CL28 6000. No, guys, like Adam, please listen. Zen 5 CPUs at what? Ryzen 7000 and 9000 CPUs benefit from 10 nanosecond first word latency, okay? And you don't get that with there's a whole thing about Ryzen CPUs where if you get RAM that is too fast, you lose performance. So you get the RAM that AMD says. That's why DDR5 6400 CL32 is the same. You get the same first word latency. That's why that can also sync up, okay? You don't want to be faster than the memory controller in the RAM. That causes a desynchronization, and Ryzen suffers when you do that. Okay? So please don't put out misinformation, okay? There's a reason it's such a rote thing to choose RAM for Ryzen. You find the sweet spot, you buy the sweet spot, you do not look back. Do not overthink it. Do not make assumptions. Now, if you're doing Intel don't care. Get the fastest RAM you can, sure. Ryzen is not the same. You might want to check more into it. Sure. Okay. Now, Adam, I'm not going to do an appeal to authority thing here, okay? I worked at Blizzard for 30 years or whatever, okay? I have literally talked to AMD. If that helps. Okay? I have a contact there. But that is not me saying I'm super smart. It's me saying the engineers at AMD are super smart. I'm not smarter than them, so I listen to them. And that 1 second of nanosecond of latency you're talking about is not worth losing one-to-one memory synchronization. It's just not. It's that is diminishing returns. It's the definition of like you look back through the generations of Ryzen CPUs. People would try to put faster memory in there, and it would be diminishing returns. You would start losing performance. You just don't do it. I listen to what AMD tells me when it comes to what works best for their CPUs. I don't stray, is what I'm saying. I'm going for whatever the manufacturer recommends. I thought that XMP was an Intel version of Expo. It appears I'm mistaken. They are different things. XMP is for Intel. Expo is for AMD. Alrighty. $5060 Ti 16 gig would be overkill for a 1080p gaming machine, but I think we can do it. Yep, look at that. 12V 2x6. Love it. $6,000 gives you the 1-to-1 latency, not the cast latency. They also stated that the goal is 10 nanosecond first word latency. The frequency is important, yes. But they mentioned the goal is to reach 10 nanoseconds first word latency. I kid you not. I am happy to inform you that that is what was stated by AMD as well, by a representative of AMD. .5 first word latency is not 10. It is 9.5. Listen, don't take my word for it. You know, you can look it up. It's fine. I'm going to be here taking the safe route because I would rather provide stability than speed when it comes to the people I help out. Now, in 7000 series was probably more important. I think RAM stability is better in 9000 series. But the safe bet is a safe bet. And you tell me what that half nanosecond is really going to make a difference in gaming. Not much. Is the RAM going to be more expensive? Usually, yeah. I'm not messing with it. It really is not worth it. It's in my opinion. And that's my opinion. Which is, you know, what people come here for, I guess. Oh, wait, 5060 Ti is a single PCIe cable? Oh, that's unfortunate. I got a great power supply for it. Indeed. Yes, indeed. You're right. See, this is a GPU where I don't mind 12V 2x6. It's not pushing 600 watts, so it's fine. But, oh well. I think that looks kind of cool where it has a one fan sandwich in the middle, all blacked out on the fins. For a blackout build, it's pretty nice. That one's a little beefier. Not needed for a 9600X, really. Okay, that would look pretty sick in there. The big old now with this cooler you could run something like a 9700X and not have any cooling issues. But also their AIOs are almost the same price. It's crazy. That looks interesting. What do you think, chat? Air cooling or AIO? I'm thinking this 240 millimeter Thermalright Frozen Edge versus the Peerless Assassin 120 in black. What do we think? Do you, the Frozen A410 is good looking CPU cooler? Is that a question? Are you asking a question? Peter, what's going on? Welcome to the other chat. You were in the Twitch chat. Welcome to this one. Okay. A410. ID cooling. Well, I'll say this. You go with the ID cooling. I've never used this, but I do know that Gamers Nexus allows ID cooling to sponsor them. It's funny to say it like that. It's so sounds so uppity. But they thoroughly vet any products that are sent to them for sponsorship. And they allow ID cooling, so that means it's probably a pretty solid product. But with this, you mentioned in here that they do have a goal of potentially upgrading the CPU down the line. If you go with this, you're going to be spending a little bit less right now, but you would need to upgrade it if you upgrade the CPU to have many, any number more cores or higher frequencies, power draw, all that stuff. So this one is $30. This one is $25. Oh, good. I lost it. Thermal right. You can get a cooler in there that you would not need to immediately replace if you upgrade your CPU. And I think that's the goal here. Because the answer here was yes. I plan on upgrading my CPU over time, right? So I try to accommodate that. And I think going with, if you're going air cooler, you go with a big air cooler. Imperial Assassin 140. And there was a 120 black. But the 140 here is an absolute unit. This thing is a chonker right here. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Welcome. Just tried an ID cooling for a budget build, and it was surprisingly good. Robert, yeah, if that CPU was staying in there forever, I'd say go for it. But they said, as I said, they want to upgrade it. Doe Mills, actually, it's going to be Sachin Sobers is next. You can't just say I'm next. I did say there were 2 people ahead of you. So you could pick whichever cooler you want, Fries Guy, but I'm going to go with the Heckin' Chonker. All right? That's just my opinion there. One thing that's really nice about this, so 140, right? One means 140 millimeter fans here on the cooler, triple 140 millimeter fans on the front. The only 120 fan is on the rear of the case. The wider the diameter, the larger the diameter of your fans, the slower they can spin to move the same volume of air, meaning they're quieter. So it's going to be quite the quiet build, which is really nice. Okay, let's see. All right, Vaquero, have a good one, and good luck on your test. Noctua does wonders. They're like Cuban cigars, man. Used to be the absolute best there is, but the market caught up with them. There are more effective coolers out there. There are quieter coolers out there, and there are definitely cheaper coolers out there. Some of them have both of those titles. So yeah, you don't go Noctua for a $1,400 build, because Noctua is like over $100 for an air cooler. It's kind of ridiculous for the big ones. So what can we do here? We still have some budget left over. One second. Heck. Okay. All right. Natua's does still make good stuff, but you pay the premium for their noise to performance over the competition. Yeah, I have some vintage ones, but yeah, there are plenty of cheap, quiet air coolers that, at least in my mind, make AIOs not worth futzing with. AIOs are awesome. The reason I'm very much for AIOs is for pre-builds. It is much safer, in my opinion, and from what I have been told by SIs, to ship a PC with a radiator attached to the chassis than a big old air cooler hanging off the motherboard during shipping. Astro, what's up? Welcome. Okay. I guess with the remainder of the budget, that's about $114 there. It's not a lot. We can go to 2 terabytes of storage, or we can try to bump up the GPU. That's a questionable one, though. Also, that might not be the cheapest 5060 Ti. But what about 5070s? $6 over budget with a 5070. Is it necessary for 1080p gaming machine? Nah. Is it better than 5060 Ti? Yeah. The XT Pro Ultra is a model with 4 fans to save a few bucks. Let me see. That could get us to where we need. With XT Pro Ultra. Well, that one has RGB, doesn't it? I was going for the blackout case. Yeah, I went for the blackout case. I know you can, look, and you guys can say all you want. Oh, you could just turn off the RGB. The fans don't look the same when you do that. You have off-white fans in an all blacked out build then. That does not work when someone specifically says, I want it murdered out. I want it blacked out all the way. No, don't just unplug it, because then you have off-white fan blades in a blacked out build. If they just don't care about RGB, that's one thing. If they want it fully blacked out, you actually sometimes spend a little extra to get that. It's like that now. So, yeah. That makes sense. I know that makes sense to just unplug it or turn off your RGB. Set it to black on the RGB scale, right? But then you do have like semi-translucent white fans in there, and it just looks a little weird. If they don't care about RGB, that's one thing. If they want blacked out build, that's another thing. Chatter Brightthorn, in a height case, which fans need to be reversed and which should be standard? Side intake and bottom intake need to be reverse flow. Side intake, bottom intake. Now, the bottom intake is hidden, so you don't really need reversed. You at least need the side intake to be reverse flow. Now, I think in the X50, I need to remember what that case looks like. Yeah, no, it has bottom intake fans. So those, I think, are exposed, and you do need to get reverse flow for that if you want it to look good. But on the Y40, Y60, Y70, the fans in the bottom are hidden, so they don't need to be reverse flow. They can look like whatever. And on the side intake, that's where you want reverse flow. Okay. I think we're good with this build. What's up, Zintech? Hi. I just need feedback from Fries Guy 0 that 1406 is okay. If not, I will put in a cheaper cooler. I'll do it. I'll do it. You really don't need the 140. It's fine. You could do the 120. There are cheaper thermalite CPU coolers for sure. The 140 is just going to run quieter. That's why I went with that one. Okay, cool. I mean, look, it's got a 5070 in it. Okay, that's pretty sick. If they're looking to get competitive at 1080p, swap that for the 5060 Ti 16 gig and put in a faster CPU in there. Okay. Okay. Put the link in here. It's funny because the general rule of thumb is if you're building a gaming PC, put more into the GPU. But if you're trying to competitively game at 1080p, you need to actually balance the GPU somewhat with the CPU, because CPU becomes a lot more important. But if you're talking about competitive, like fiercely competitive gaming, like esports stuff, If you're really into it and you want to compete. Otherwise, 9600X is really good. It really is. I really hope they release a 9600X 3D for the whole market and not just Micro Center. I still don't know about that. I still don't know when that's supposed to happen. Lancold 216 is a blackout model, but starts at $96, so it's not a huge savings. Nope. I think we're doing okay with this. It is a little bit cheaper for the 216. It does. It is a little bit cheaper. But I like, although the 216 has what size fans in there? They're big. Is that with the 200 millimeters? Everything about the 215. I don't know. I'm tired. Anyways, has decently sized fans. Pretty big fans. I think this is a fine build. Satchin Sobers. I forgot to do the thing where people are supposed to tell me they're on the list. Yeah, 170s. Okay. Cool. Tell it I said hi, Org Chaos. Okay. Yeah, I reviewed the PC in the 216. I just whatever. I mean, eventually certain facts get pushed out as more different facts get pushed in. So it's just, how it goes. You got it, Zintech. Okay, so yes, looking for Satchin Sobers. Not in YouTube chat. Not in Twitch chat. Okay, they filled out the form and left, it seems. Apparently, so I went to list out participants, and my little YouTube chat window here thinks there are 4 people, including stream elements, in YouTube chat, whereas YouTube is telling me there's 32 people. I need everybody if y'all are lurking on YouTube, thank you. Just say hi or something so that my participants window will know you're here. Because, yeah, Satchin Sobers not showing up. Would it be hard to get 170 millimeter replacement fans? Yes, it would. You'd have to get them directly from Lee & Lee, very likely. Eric Bergman, what's up? Hi, I am lurking. I am the Twitch too. You're the Twitch? Oh my God. He's the Twitch. Sorry, Twitch viewers, you couldn't see that. Eric, I need you to, in Twitch chat, say I am the Twitch, just so everyone knows. Oh, I know. Bergie, that's you. Does he have the craggle? Probably. Thank you guys for saying hi in the chat. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's see if that changes what it thinks. It does. As you're saying hi, you're getting added to the list of participants. I wonder, no, Twitch chat seems to think that, I don't know. It might not be counting lurkers, but it is, because it says there's 34 people. I don't get it. Chase, what's going on? How's that PC running? Okay. So, Doe Mills, you might have been correct that you are next. Accidentally correct, but it still counts. Master H500 case has 200 millimeter fans. Indeed. The first PC I built for the channel had 200 millimeter fans and still had a lot of other fans in that case. Side intake, bottom intake, top exhaust, rear exhaust, all that. It was so many fans. It was a Thermaltake View 51. Christopher Crawford, you're lying, but that's okay. It's okay. I see your name right there. Joe Panico, what's up? I'm watching on my TV and had to bring up my phone to chat. Well, hey, you didn't have to. I'm sorry. You didn't have to do that, but thank you for doing that. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And I also hope you have a very large TV. Hello. I'm sorry. Amazing. Loving it. Awesome. Have you run any of your AI stuff on it yet? I was actually going to reach out to you and ask how that's running for you. Chris, I know it's a song title. And it's all, that's actually, I mean, it's high. Okay, you know what? Never mind. It's okay. I do know about Eminem. Okay. Did Doe Mills 702 also leave? No, it says they're still here. Nick, yo, I'm just here to say thank you for all your help about the whole reactor gaming situation. They just replied to me yesterday. Good. Yeah. Apparently he was sick. Yeah. He was apparently sick. So, and I mean, it is a small SI. So when one person is sick, it can really impact the stuff like that. And that's something that it's one of the trade-offs that you get. With smaller SIs, you get more personalized service, but personalized also means it's a person and just a person, or maybe 2 people handling customer service stuff, or maybe 3. It really depends. But yeah, so I appreciate you being patient with them, and coming in and just saying, hey, this is what's going on. Not a problem at all. But yeah, he did tell me that he reached out to you and let you know what was going on and when he was going to be sending out the system. So yeah. What's the best carpet color for my PC? Whatever color the top of your desk is, and put it there. Thank you. I'm on a 43-inch TV, if you must know. Oh, I turned 65 today. Oh, hey. Well, happy birthday, Joe Panico. Happy birthday. I can do better than that. Joe Panico, happy freaking birthday. Let's go, nerds. There, how was that? Was that good? Spent more time in Premiere Pro, and it is a beast. I have some AI work to do tonight, so I'm excited to see how it performs. Yeah, let me know. That's awesome. Okay. What color is your PC? Talking about mine? Yeah, I have a white build here. It's the one I built on stream at Black Friday. I also have a black PC over there, but it has white and purple on it. Gonna hope that's a trick question about carpet. Yep. We can agree on that one. Okay, so Doe Mills is not here either, it seems. What's the best ATX mid-tower case for a 350 millimeter GPU? Most of them are going to fit a 350 millimeter GPU, but also Forrest McMurdo. Hi. Hello. Greetings. Welcome to my chat. Most are going to fit a 350 millimeter GPU. And that is a problem of the past, not fitting a long GPU. With GPUs growing since 30 series, like that, there was a huge uptick in the size of GPUs. Case manufacturers took note, and you don't have hard drive bays for 5.25 inch bays for optical drives. You don't have all that stuff blocking your GPU anymore. It's just not really a thing. So yeah, most cases are just going to fit it. Now, if you're worried the most about GPU cooling, look for a dual chamber case that has bottom intake. Doesn't have to be dual chamber necessarily. You can look at something like the Fractal Torrent or the upcoming Height X50 if you prefer to have your GPU in the upper attic rather than your PSU in an upper attic rather than a PSU basement kind of thing. And that gives you access to fresh air directly pushed into your GPU. If it can fit a 360 millimeter AIO on the top of the case, it can probably fit a large GPU. but it has 140mm fan on the rear. It should usually be wide enough for NVIDIA GPUs with the 12v2x6 connections. That is another thing. Those connections can be a bit of a pain. Yeah. Forrest McMurdo, you can pretty much go with most cases these days, though, and not have a problem. Just go with what you prefer for whether it's for practical reasons or aesthetics. Pick whichever you prefer. Yeah. I wonder if we go to choose a case, does it have GPU length as a thing? Supported radiator sizes. You could narrow that down by 360 on PC Part Picker. Maximum video card length. So there you go. It's the bottom option on PC Part Picker. Like I went to 373. I mean, this is going to be more than enough. And most of these cases will do it. All these cases will do it, but most cases will accommodate that. Yeah, the Fractal Design Focus G is a small mid-tower case. It is a small case. It's a pretty small case. It's also not that modern of a case. That case has been around for a long time. So there's been, I think, a few iterations of it, but it overall, the tooling for it mostly hasn't changed. So I think we lost both of our other people here. It wasn't even that long of a build for Fries Guy. What is the deal? I had two other people who filled out the form after Fries Guy, and then they're not here. Oh, the Fries Guy filled it out yesterday. Fries Guy, thank you for coming in after filling it out the day before. A lot of people don't do that. I appreciate that. I heard that if you overclock the 97 XT, you get the same performance as a 5080. Is that true? Nick, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it also is going to depend on the context. And also, I would rather get the hardware, like if you can afford it, get the hardware that already does the thing you want it to do, so you're not overstressing it all the time. If you're doing something like getting your first PC, don't plan on overclocking it. Like, let it run at what it wants to run, and that helps with longevity and stability. Kids these days, short attention spans. I mean, maybe. Built mine back in 2022 and just now got a new GPU. Well, yeah, it might be time. It's time for a new case then. But that is something you want to check before you purchase a GPU. I mean, you probably could have found a 7700 XT that would have been shorter, 2-fan version, and you wouldn't have had an issue. So either do a case migration, a case swap, or return that GPU and get yourself a shorter one. Well, chat, I guess it's just you and me now. I guess both of our other people who we were helping out. I scratched myself, by the way. Didn't feel good. I was just like thinking, itching my beard a little bit, and my finger got. I was ow, and I trimmed my nails too. I don't know, it was just a thing. I'm self-conscious about it though right now. You don't want to mess up your face like in any way when you put your face on the internet. You know? It just happens sometimes. Super T30, what's up? Looking at 34-inch 2K Ultra Modern? Ultra Wide? 9070, good enough for 90 FPS on high settings for Helldiver? I don't know. How would I know that? I am not computer. Maybe? I don't know. And the 9070 is meant to compete with the 5070. And once you're going to 2K ultra wide, 2K is not a resolution. If you're talking about 1440p ultra wide, that means it's 1440p vertical with a lot more horizontal resolution. And you're nearing the number of pixels you get with 4K there. And I would wonder if a 9070 XT is going to run that right. Just fiddle with the settings. Don't get hung up on whether you have high or medium settings, because Helldivers, you need frames to survive. You need a game to run smoothly, or else it's going to be a problem for you. But also, there are 1080p vertical ultra-wide monitors, and that is a lot easier to run. The card fits. The drive bay is blocking my CPU cooling. And since I'm overclocking my CPU to keep up, I need to look for a new case. Okay. Well, like I said, most cases, aside from the one you have, work just fine. But I'm confused, and you can see why I'm confused there, I'm sure, because you started this by asking about the length of the GPU. So, all right. I like to tinker with things, trying to get them to work, and it's awesome when it does work. True. It is. It is awesome when it does work. It is less awesome when it does not work. I think we can all agree on that. What's up? I don't know. I feel I always get, it's always a little like whenever I realize people aren't really filling out the form, I'm like, okay, cool. This is fine. We'll talk, we'll chat. But when I have people who have filled it out and then they leave, it's like, thank you for the lurk if you're lurking, but you do need to be here so I can help you. Please. I want to do that. Help me help you by being here. Most reviewers don't benchmark games like Helldivers 2. You could find some general YouTube videos that claim results at 1440p and then just guesstimate for widescreen maybe. Did you get the Hollow Knight game you were hyping about Tuesday? It doesn't launch until the 4th. It launches on the 4th of September. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I want to stream that game the day it launches, but that's a Thursday. So I might move the PC matchmaking stream to another day and basically swap Sunday so where Sunday evening is PC matchmaking and Thursday is the gaming stream. Might do it that way. I don't know. I don't need to do 2 gaming streams in a week. It already kills my numbers as it is. Nobody wants to watch. Very few people, I should say, want to watch me game. Like I was having a great time with Metroid Prime Remastered, playing first time playthrough on Sunday. And there were some people hanging out, you know, it's like we had, 15, 20 people here at one point. And then I just look up and it's like 6 people. And I'm like, wow, I really did not stick with it on the gaming thing. And I am not known for it and nobody wants to see it. I should probably end the stream now. But I don't do it for views. I mean, I've got partner. I'm fine. I don't care. Like, I don't care about CCV at this point. I got the goal I wanted, but yeah, it was getting a bit late. I mean, sure, yeah. I also played late. I played later than I meant to. I played like an hour past. I played till 1 a.m. That game was really engrossing. It was really fun. The only thing I had to complain about was the constant transition into and out of Morph Ball. It's disgusting. Like it's nauseating. I will if it's not on Twitch. Chris, that is not how it's going to happen. It's going to be on Twitch because that's where all my gaming stuff happens. The YouTube channel is for tech stuff. That's it. And gaming is not tech stuff unless I'm testing a PC or something. And PCs, as far as you know, can't play Metroid Prime Remastered. Let me grow beards, a man's makeup. I guess also men can also just wear makeup. I'm sorry, I'm a theater kid. I have no compunctions about wearing makeup if I feel like it. I never really feel like it, but if I did, I would just do it. because it's just makeup. Especially when you think about it. When you think about it, I mean, I don't right now, to be clear. Not wearing any makeup or anything, right? But the reason for wearing makeup in front of a camera is because cameras see light a little differently than the human eye does. And then we put these really bright lights on us to make the cameras look right and all of that. That is not a natural lighting situation. And sometimes, depending on what setup you have, you need to sort of manipulate your face a little bit with some makeup to make it look normal for the camera. And again, being a theater kid, I wore makeup like all the time. It's the same thing. On stage, you're under the bright lights up there and you look completely like, you look different. So a long time ago, I lost the whole perception of makeup as like it's a girl's thing. It's like, no, it's just a thing that exists that can go on faces. And I'm not saying anyone was saying anything else about it, but yeah. Duff, what's going on? Hey, Bray, what kind of chair do you use, and would you recommend it or something else? I am using the Fractal Refine chair. It was given to me by Fractal. It's a bit pricey, and you can generally get, like, there are more ergonomic chairs than this, but it is very nice. So the Fractal Refine, if you want a simple kind of looking chair that has decent ergonomics, you actually do have some lumbar support. It's not like, the Secret Lab chair where it's kind of just like, oh, everyone's back is just flat, right? Like you just have a flat spine. No, it actually has curvature to it. And it doesn't have like the crazy lumbar pillow you get on racing chairs. Just don't get one of those. Do not get a racing chair, gaming chair kind of thing. It's not good. One recommendation I can make if your budget's a little higher is a Thunder X3 Flex Pro. Thunder X3 Flex Pro. It's like $500 and it has features that $1,000 office ergo chairs have. It's insanely comfortable and very adjustable. I've heard people complain about Secret Lab chairs and cover the logo so people don't ask about the brand anymore. I mean, one thing I do like, I like the Magnus desk from Secret Labs. It looks good, and it has a really solid PC undercarriage thing to put it under the desk. Like it's the best thought out one I've seen of that. Like you can fit an O11 Evo RGB in there, and that's a huge case, but it can do it. Most like third-party under desk PC holder things are not nearly as good for large PCs. It just don't work. So that's pretty awesome. But the chairs, not a fan. I made a mistake of buying Secret Labs, and I'm going to buy a new memory foam chair. Now, you can add memory foam cushions to it if you need to. Michelle Melton, what's going on? Welcome. How's it going? Oh, Nick, one thing I forgot to mention, and this is something a lot of people I think forget whenever they say, whenever you hear something like, oh, if you take this cheaper component and overclock it, it matches this more expensive component. But what everyone seems to forget is that you can also overclock that more expensive component, and then the difference just goes back to where it was, or better. So like, oh, you can match this if you overclock this. Well, what about overclocking the other thing? No, you can't do that. How things have been well back in school, and oof. Oh yeah, you couldn't pay me to go back to school at this point. I was always a terrible student, and it's because I'm a good test taker. I didn't have a chance. I had zero chance to build good study habits with that problem. I just cruised through school, and it was not good, because when I got to college, it was like, Huh? You want me to do what? I would like seriously just knock out my homework during class because I did not want to deal with it at home. Or I wouldn't do it, and I would just count on my test scores to get me through, and I just would. It was. There is not a replacement for being a good student. There is not. For being studious. Being studious is one of the best things you can be, because it will never not be a good thing. I never picked that up, other than for things that I really enjoy. If I really enjoy something, or I get interested, if I get a deep interest in something, no facts of that thing, of that hobby, no facts are safe from me. I will find them, and I will learn them. But the problem is, school, at least in the US, is really not very good about being right for the individual. It's just a general shotgun approach where it's like, hey, all this stuff, just learn all of it. What, you don't care about this? So what? Learn it anyway. Well, I mean, you do need to learn some things you don't care about in life. You do. In order to function, in order to be part of a society, you got to learn about stuff you don't care about and don't want to know, right? Don't really. But like, they really go into it. They go all out. And I think that for anyone out there who struggles with school, if I had gone into it with the, if I had gamified it for myself, I think I would have done better. Because how many games have you played where there were parts of the game you didn't really like, but it was worth doing the grindy bits of the game for the rest of it? That's actually life. And if I had understood that back then, I probably would have become a good student. Being a good student helped me with medical school. I imagine it would. Yeah, it's a step to keep moving up in the job. I'm trying to find joy in it. Yeah. It's a side quest, Michelle. It's a long, grindy side quest. You got it. So are 5080s as weak as YouTube makes it out to be? Dare D, no. 5080s are good. The 5070 Ti, I think, is a better deal because it is pretty close to the 5080 in performance. There's not enough of a difference in performance, like 15% difference on average, I guess. I'd have to relook at the numbers. But for like 30% difference in price, a 5070 Ti is my favorite GPU in 50 series. I had and will be putting one back in this system here because it can play any game at 4K, has zero problems, and regardless of what the haters will say, I feel like most people who hate on multi-frame gen have never experienced it because it's kind of incredible, like insanely cool, and an absolute experience that you need to see for yourself. And with that, in some games, it's just, I have never witnessed a game look like that. And I have a 4090 in my other PC here. So, yeah, the 5080s aren't weak. No. In fact, we were talking earlier about the 5060 Ti 16 gigs and how everybody was hating on those. But they're actually pretty good. Like, you just need to stop listening to what they're saying about the charts and just look at the charts in these reviews. And it's like, oh, that's not, if you can get it for MSRP, this is fine. And it is beating the old stuff. So like, okay, it's not a huge advancement, but it's not garbage. It's not a waste of sand. It is fine. But I generally prefer the 5070 Ti over the 5080 just because it has the same amount of VRAM and the performance difference is not really appropriate to the price difference, even if they're both at MSRP. $750 versus $999, $1,000, right? And I mean, there's depending on the game, something like a 15% difference, give or take 5%. I forgot I had that light there. I was working on a PC here that I'm selling tomorrow, that someone's picking up tomorrow, and I use that light, that inflatable light. It's awesome. It's battery powered. I just move it wherever. Stop not following. Okay. But I forgot that it was in the background there. So there's a, sorry, Zelda, you're being blocked a little bit, just like Link has been by Stream Ripper for a while. I want to see a DLSS 4 multi-frame generation and how different it is in my 3070 8 gig. Zintech, it's going to be a big difference. It just is. Like that's 2 generations. Even just hardware-wise, it's a big difference. But now, supposedly, from what I understand, DLSS 4 can work for previous generations of RTX cards. It's the MFG that you can't use on those cards. And for 40 series, you had single frame gen, basically. It would add an additional frame. But MFG, multi-frame gen, it's not always going to be a hit. And there are some games where it's going to be a problem, and you just turn it off. But for most of the games I tested, it just ripped. It was just crazy. Now, here's my thing. Jensen is now going out there and ruining it by saying stuff like, in the future, all frames will be AI generated. No, you keep making good hardware. You just keep making good hardware. If you want to go AI generated frames, do that for laptops, not for desktops where power and thermals are not a problem. You do that for laptops. You do that for like handheld consoles. You do not do that for desktops, Jensen. There is a balance. You are alienating your consumer base. And I'm out here trying to be like, no, this new tech is cool. And then you're like, yes, this tech is going to be everything. No, it is supplemental. That's what it is. It is not like there's a source and then you extrapolate. Sure. You do not replace the source, okay? After spending so many years making your hardware so good at rendering those frames. They'll need that neural texture compression if they keep making 6 gig VRAM laptop. Yes. And the neural texture compression does tend to work, except it wasn't enough for the 5070 to play 4K. Several of the 4K games that I tested on it, they froze up, they shut down. It was not good. It's the neural texture compression is not enough to make the 5070 a 12 gig card. 5070 Super is going to be a banger. The 5070 Super is going to be a rad GPU. And I also can't wait. I mean, if they do go 18 gigs VRAM, even if they just go 16, it's going to be great. But then you're looking at potentially a 24 gig VRAM 5070 Ti Super. That's going to be basically like, are you doing anything other than gaming? This thing is going to do everything you want. Here you go. Bam. Done. It's going to be great. And honestly, for the price they're charging, man, it needs to have that VRAM. It needs to have it. Like, I'm not the kind of person that thinks that every GPU, like no GPU should have 8 gigs of VRAM. No, listen. Game devs want everyone to be able to play their games, right? Just because new GPUs launch doesn't mean that hundreds of thousands of gamers out there don't still have older hardware. And you know those game devs, the game studios want all those people's money. So these games are going to be designed to run on 1660 Supers and 1060s and stuff. You don't need more than 8 gigs if you're gaming a certain type of way. 1080p, medium settings, medium textures, you're not going to have a problem. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. The reason I harp on NVIDIA for VRAM amounts is because of the prices they're charging, not because of the capabilities of 8 gigs of VRAM. Now, is it going to be fine in the future? No, I can't speak to that. I can only speak to what we know now. Anyways. Well, I'm stuck on whether I should get a 1440p OLED monitor or 1440 IPS monitor and a Stream Deck. That is a huge price difference. But hi, Zeno. Welcome. What's up? I feel like Supers are just what NVIDIA should have launched in the first place, which is depressing. Michelle, that's what we said at 40 Series 2. The 4080 should have been $999, not $1,200. The 4070 Ti benefited from the increase in VRAM, and the 4070 Super. Damn, it was a huge performance increase. I love the 4070 Super. Yeah, Zeno, the thing about OLED is I keep being told I still don't have an OLED monitor. No one has sent me one. I haven't bought one. But I keep being told that once you go to OLED monitors, you don't want any other kind of monitor. That it's like irreplaceable, the experience you get with that. So maybe get a Steam Deck later. I mean, do you need one right now? You've already got the PC that you just got. Just get the best monitor, like get the most out of your PC that you paid for and get the best monitor you can. When does the 5080 Super release? I think they're gonna announce it at CES 2026 in January, but that's just a guess. I don't know. They could do it earlier, actually. But I'm thinking they're gonna do a keynote at CES 2026. Oh, okay. Hold on. Steven, you filled out the form and you didn't say anything. Why didn't you say anything? You should have said I'm on the list or I filled out the form. Oh, Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Okay. Also, look for used Stream Decks. You'll very likely find them, and they'll be a lot cheaper than brand new ones. Hopefully fully functional, though. You never know. Yeah, see, or Chaos, I feel like for monitors, for desktop monitors, they should go with the glossy finish or like just no finish on it because you can control the light in your room, you know, generally. And someone who's going to buy an OLED monitor, you better believe that they're usually going to have some kind of setup where they can control the light. In most cases, I think. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate it. All right. Now, question for you. This budget right here, is that in US dollars or Australian dollary dues? Dollary dues. Sorry, that's how you're supposed to say that, I think. Parts list for gaming in 4K. Also, what is the actual maximum budget, please? And then I can continue. Is it worth buying the Elgato branded one? Generally, Zeno, yes, it is. I like it. I've been in their ecosystem for a long time. Heck, I went and bought the... I mean, the thing is, like, they didn't send me this. They've sent me, like, one or two things before, but not this. But I actually got the Atomic Purple one. Because if you make something in Atomic Purple, I will buy it. I have a problem. Y'all don't understand. I was watching an LTT video where they brought back the ROG Rig reboot. They gave that guy a prototype Atomic Purple shell for his screwdriver, and they had him make it there. I'm like, I was so tempted to email them right then because apparently they have just one other prototype of that. Who do you think should have that? Me. That's who. Sorry, Zeno. I meant me. USD 4,500. Okay, I'll because, you know, I don't know why I specify USD. Because once I go to the site, it's going to have it in your local currency. But I will change that here because, oh, actually, there's a reason I have it in US dollars. Because it's for tracking, you know, trends in budgets. So... That's 2941. Oh, no. I did it backwards. That's 6884. Okay. So about 6,900. Nice. Okay. I mean, that's a big budget. It's just that's a big old budget right there. And it's 4K gaming. You want it? Wait. Okay, so you want, but you are building this yourself. You wanted the parts list. Yeah. Hardware Unboxed, Monitors Unboxed has showcased a few glossy OLEDs, but I don't recall the models. Rolling face on keyboard simulator. Yes, right. Alucard, please no PTSD for me. But yes. Oh. Yes, I need to remember that. The numbers are going to be higher. But that gave me sticker shock for a second. I was like, ah! What is this, a launch price 5950X? Jesus. Okay. Just gaming, so don't need a crazy motherboard. But we can go, when we go full ATX, at least X870 to get us PCIe Gen 5 on the storage and the GPU slot. They really buffed up the tough boards. They look good too. 1, 2, 3, 4 looks like. Got a nice GPU release right there. Bad GPU prices, huh? I guess we'll see what we can do. But it's a 2.5 gig. I don't know what kind of internet y'all get out there, though. Yeah, 5 gig, Wi-Fi 7. Yeah. MSI is killing it on the basic features. Like, they're very hard to beat on the basic features. And we're going with MSI. Let's take a look at video card pricing. Oh, wow, Galax. Interesting looking GPU you got there. Let me see. So that is $1175 for a 5080. It's not the worst. It's not the worst for a 5080. Like, and to be clear, I said 5070 Ti, awesome card, but with a $4,500 US budget, you can go 5080. And there is a performance difference there. Let me at least see what the 5070 Ti's are running. So 1389. $907. Holy crap. For the cheapest 5070 Ti, $907. Yeah, go 5080. It's actually a smaller price increase over MSRP to go 5080. Now, I might not go with the Galax one. I might go with the Gigabyte Windforce. It's $50 dues. Currently, okay, 2 gigs coming in September. Sweet. Well, you're going to have 5 gig Ethernet. 2TB 9100 Pro. Didn't expect that reaction. Yeah, no. I mean, if you look at percentage-wise, it is a smaller price increase for the 5080 than it is. If you're looking at original MSRP, $750 versus $910 or so, or $999 versus $1,180. It's not that far off, but it is a lower price increase on the 5080. So, hey, that motherboard looks familiar. Did you get that same one or what? Finding good chair is hard because most popular chair on the website is real well rated, but not good for people 6 foot or up. Hey, that motherboard looks familiar. Yeah. I mean, I can't relate. I'm 5'10", so, but I'm sure that does suck. The world is, I mean, I've been told by a friend of mine who is 6'8" that the world is not built for tall people. And I'm like, shut up. Nobody cares. I'm kidding. Okay. No, he literally had to, he picked, when he was apartment hunting, he literally picked an apartment because it had a high shower head. He loved these other apartments he looked at, but he was like, nope, this one, it's got the high shower head. I don't have to worry about that. I was like, damn. Okay, what do we say about RGB? That is not too much. Okay. Let's see if we can do... What is this? What is this going on here? Okay. Let's see if we can do a King 95 Pro if you want some RGB, but not too much. It's there. It is 159. That's a good amount cheaper there than it is here. King 95 Pro. There you go. How do you feel about this one? Now, it looks like it has a lot of RGB, but to be clear, it is reduced because the fans don't have center lit hubs. So you only have the perimeter RGB. It's quite nice. You do have the bar here, yes, but it is tasteful. It's nice. I like it a lot. One of my favorite cases, period. If you want a different kind of case, though, different style, please let me know. We can go back to that. But with a dual chamber case, we can go to Lee and Lee power supplies as long as y'all get them there. I like the Antec Flux Pros the most. Didn't get that. $1,000 Lee and Lee Edge Gold. Out of stock. 1,200 watts. Out of stock. 1,300 watts in stock. Of course. Oh, wait. That's... Yeah. It ceases to be the best deal if it's out of stock everywhere. Mongol Light Candy 1987, what's up? Question from a relative noob to PC stuff. My RGB keyboard constantly turns itself back on whenever I turn my desk lamp or small table fan, even when my PC is powered down. Can you explain this? Is it a wireless keyboard, Mango? Then I don't know. Just because a PC is powered off does not mean it doesn't send power to peripherals. It can still send power to peripherals. And your keyboard is likely, it has an auto off on the RGB to save electricity. And whenever it feels any kind of vibration or whatever, it might be turning itself on, as if there's a keystroke or something. I'm guessing. I have no idea. I'm just a dude in a room. I'm not a search engine. So that's the best I can give you. I don't know. I would take it to Reddit or something and see if someone who has the same key, you might even find someone with the same keyboard who can tell you what they figured out about that. But as for me, I'm just guessing. Oh, actually, the real answer to I'm joking. I do know the real answer. Ghosts. Anyway. Okay. So, Steven, the reason I really like these power supplies is because it makes the installation very easy. I mean, the budget allows for it, so we'll go with the 1300 watt 80 plus platinum. You basically don't have to worry about upgrading your power supply if you get a 60 series or 70 series NVIDIA card, if they're still making GPUs at that point for gaming PCs. But yeah, 1300 watts, 80 plus platinum, good to go. Yes, it does. And it's not native 12VH PWR. It is native 12V 2x6, which is ideal for 50 series. Okay, Steven, what kind of games are you going to be playing? Any specific titles? But yeah, just to show you. Oops. Cool. This picture is worse than the one on PC Part Picker. What the hell? Is that me? Am I imagining this? It's 600 by 600 on the official website. Lee, are you okay? What are you doing? 600 by 600 for your product photo? Okay, here's one. 12. Oh, it's this 12VH PWR. Is this an older version? This says in-house R&D 12V 2x6. What do you mean? Am I crazy? What are they doing? What is this? It says 12V 2x6 right here. I'm so done with these guys. I can't open image new tab. That says 12VH PWR. Oh my god. I used to like these. I miss that time. It was such a simple time. All right, I'll find you a different power supply. Since Lee and Lee cannot figure their stuff out, apparently. But, you know, guys, remember back in the day when I used to like these power supplies? That was crazy, right? Wow, it's crazy. God. Man, crazy time. Okay. There you go. 12V 2x6, 1000 watts. Fine for a 5080 build. Now, if you want to have that upgradability we were talking about, you can. Let me just go up here and I'm just gonna pick MSI here. And the brands I lost. There we go. MSI. Let's see what wattages they have. It's up to 1000 watts. So sorry, never mind. But 1000 watts should handle most things you can throw at it. And this was the one right here. Yeah, 12V 2x6. There is a difference. With 12V 2x6, the sense pins are shorter, meaning there's no electricity will run through the cable if it is not fully seated. That's the idea anyway. And that is the kind of connector you will find on the 50 series cards. The problem is it'll still kind of work with 12VH. Well, it'll still work with 12VH PWR fully seated. It's a little hard to say whether you're still going to have any issues if you don't fully seat it. it should not work if it's not fully seated. But either way, we're going to get a power supply that has that, so you have it on you have the right cable for it and everything. MSI, go with a higher wattage. What are y'all doing? You don't make your own power supplies anyway. You just source them. So, like, source a higher wattage one. Skeeter, have a good night. Is Corsair PSU going to be good for the 50 series? It should come with the right adapter cable, or you should be able to buy one. Basically, with them, they have specific 8-pin ports. They have a specific design to where you use an an adapter cable that is going to just plug into 2 of the 8-pin ports, and on the other end of that cable is the 12V HPWR, and maybe they've made a 12V 2x6 version of that. I don't know, but yeah. We'll go Montec for this too. Because we went not Montec. You wanted the Antec. You wanted Antec. Let's swap out, so I don't confuse myself any further. I'm going to swap out the case. You said you like the Flux Pro. Oh, you want that wood on there. I see how it is. Never mind. That cannot use... I'm glad I didn't go with the Lee & Lee power supply, because it's not a dual chamber case. Oh, boy. Man. I need to work on not making it so obvious when I'm tired. Antec has some great computer cases. I remember some from the early 2000s. Yep. And in 2024, they really tried to come back with an impact. They really upped their game. So kudos to them. Let's look for a nice non-RGB AIO. Liquid Freezer 3 should do the trick. Absolute monster cooler. I don't think there are any clearance issues with that. Let's see if we can get a better look at the case. Oh, there's plenty of distance between where the radiator mounts and where your motherboard goes. Yeah, you're fine. So this is a mostly non-RGB build because of the case you chose. So I chose the AIO to match that. So when you said yes, but not too much, you might have meant no. So you're trying to play AAA titles, right? That's what you meant by, you weren't saying, you said AAA. Okay. I mean this, by the way, chat, in case you're thinking I'm crazy. I mean that. It wasn't saying, He's saying AAA. There you go. So 32 gigs should be enough RAM, but let's see how much is left in the budget, since we've got pretty much all the rest of the parts done. This is in Australian dollary dues, so we're way under budget still. Budget was $68.84. Let's go 64 gigs of RAM. I mean, the breakdown, you don't need 64 gigs of RAM for a gaming PC. I don't care. It won't hurt anything. It's fine. Fine. You know what? Just RGB RAM. Like no other RGB, just the RAM in rainbow, in unicorn puke rainbow. Just by itself. No, okay. G-Skill Flarx 5, 64 gigs, ZR5 6000, CL30, done. Okay. $45.82. We're still $2,300 under budget. I don't want to do it, chat. I don't want to. I don't want to try to put a 5090 in this. I don't want to. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's a waste. It's a waste of power. It's a waste of, it's extra heat put out into your room. And while we'll be here in December, like chilling, nice cool weather, it's gonna be sweltering in your gaming room there, in your little office or wherever you're putting this thing, because everything's upside down over there. Spend more money, please. All right. It's the GPU. It's a GPU. It's what it is. There. It fits perfectly in your budget. Ah. All right, hold up. We need I'm going to put a beefier power supply in here. You're on 1200 watts minimum on a 5090, all right? Wait, they do. Okay, it's because it's 1250. All right. 12v2 by 6. Dual 12v2 by 6. Sure. This is the one where they cut back on the CPU PCIe power. And then I think it can get an adapter to go from 12v2 by 6 to PCIe 8-pin. In sheer principle, I don't think I can recommend that one. That made everybody mad. However, you got this guy. Is this the one with the crazy? I keep running into this. Yeah, the universal ones. That makes me so mad. I don't like it. I don't like that. It can't work. It can't. How are you separating your rails? I don't know. How are you doing it? I think I understand now why there were multiple of the Lee and Lee ones. It's because there's an older version and a newer version. The older version was cheaper. Oh yeah, y'all can get Deep Cool there. That makes me mad. I miss Deep Cool. They looked insane at Computex. I couldn't bear to cover their booth though. It made me sad. Telpower GF3 is a solid power supply if this is the up-to-date version. Nope, 12 VH PWR. Nope. What's up, Fralor? How's it going? Don't get 5090 if you like to ski outside your home. All snow will disappear. I mean, enough people get 5090s and everyone's going to have that problem. Redemption, what's up? I heard Skytech has good 5090 systems. Oh, sweet. Hey, guys. The CTO of Skytech has just volunteered to offer free shipping to Australia. Because that's where this customer is. That's where this viewer is. Right? Right? What's up? How's it going? Additional storage. Sure. What's up, Gamer Kid? How's it going? And Jord, what's up? Look, they're gaming 4K, AAA. They can actually, I mean, they will push the GPU a little bit. All they got to do is turn off DLSS. There you go. Still 12 VH PWR. And even with as expensive as this thing is, it just came out too early for our needs. Stop. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, there's going to be one picture. Don't show the connectors. I don't know if this is even going to take us to the right power supply. Nope, that's 1,000 watts. so stupid. I think I looked at this, and yeah, I already looked at that one. It's just really dumb that MSI built this rad power supply here, and they decided to go dual 12V 2x6 instead of having CPU PCIe 8 pins. But it's appropriate for this build. I can't say anything. It's fine for this build. So sure, we're going to do that, and I'm going to stop wasting everybody's time. I shall send it on the Great White Shark Express. Doing good. PC community can't get a break. Did you hear the Windows security update killing SSDs? GamerKit, it apparently is for slower SSDs, SATA, that kind. Generally faster ones are not as affected. But, you know, you might want to hold up until the next update to do any moving of, you know, 100 gigabyte files, you know, like really large files. All right, there you go. I spent your money. And it just so happened that it almost perfectly matches a 9800 X3D 5090 system. There you go. Oh man. This would be insane for me if I had my referral codes going for Amazon, and I don't. Oh, let me save this. Never mind. I'm not going to save it. Okay. We'll go back to wasting everybody's time. Because there's just too many power supplies that have terrible setups here. Like this one here, I already looked at it. It's, yeah. Okay, hold on. Hold on. These guys made a pretty rad power supply here. From what I hear. 12V 2x6. There you go. All right, 1250 watt. Done. There you go. Okay. Time wasting over. There we have it. I'm kidding anyway. No. Shut up. Wait. Shut up. I clicked the wrong button. All right. I got this. It's all going to be the same parts. So glad you had me do that and told me to mess it up on purpose. Can't believe you had me do that. Okay. It is so weird going from talking to people on Twitch to talking to people on YouTube in YouTube chat. Because it's like, what's up, Gamer Kid 981? What's going on, Zintech? It's Jord Redemption 77. And then I'm like, hello, Christopher Crawford. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Steven. Guys, put cool names in. Your names are cool. Your names are very cool. All right, I want you to know that. It just feels jarring that I'm not supposed to feel like I'm talking to real people. You understand? What a way to say that. No, you get what I'm saying. It feels a little weird. Like, y'all know that's an option, right? You can go in and change your name from being your legal name. It does not need to be, hey, here's my personal info. We do like a little bit of an anonymity here on the internet. Just saying. It's not a bad idea. Okay. Just add model number 7 to the end of my name. Michelle Melton, model number 7. There you go. I did it. If that's a reference, I missed it, and that really bothers me. Not legal name. It sounds like one. I hate missing references. So if that's something... I will say, with the name Melton, you could do some pretty good puns, because it's like melting, you know? You probably already heard stuff like that. But anyways, I'm sure you have internet handle already of some kind. Yeah, make sure your full legal name and date of birth is in your username. Jeff, I cannot understand how some people look at what I say in the form where it literally has a picture to help them understand what I'm asking for, and then they'll still put in their personal email, which then gets shown on stream, and I'm like, how do you get it so wrong? Illegal name. No, it's not just on the fly. Okay, good. All right. DOD says we can't use info. Okay, good. Well, that's good advice from them. Thanks for the bill, mate. No problem, Steven. You got it. Can I convince you to wait a bit to order it all so I can fix my thing to give you actual referral links? So it costs you the same, but actually supports what I do. I should have gotten that fixed days ago. I meant to. It's okay. You just do your thing. I need to continue working with Mikey to get that working to where because like, I'll tell you guys, when it comes to web stuff, I'm woefully inexperienced when it comes to coding for web stuff and just coding in general. I just never took to it. And he has a script to take a PC part picker list, and any parts that are from Amazon, it will take all the links, create referral links, and make a single link for you to get that adds it all to your cart, costs you nothing extra, but supports the channel. Like, and my problem is this. So this is my S23 Ultra, okay? When I was going to CES 2024 in January 2024, I plugged it into the charger on the plane, behind the seat, you know? It fried my phone. And Amazon refuses to believe that happened and continually wants me to do two-factor authentication on a phone that is scrapped now. So I basically need to be on the phone with them for like 2 hours to get it fixed because I can't log into my business account and make links, referral links. So that's why I have not been, in all this time where I've been doing PC part picker list one after the other, I could have been getting referrals from that. In fact, I should have been. I'm literally saying you should go buy this, 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 and that. That makes sense to get a referral from that. And I haven't been because of that problem. Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb on my part, considering this is becoming less and less sustainable per stream, every stream. Hello, Bray, how have you been? What's up, Yardbank? As we're in the fall, are you going to do a top 10 pre-built list companies for 2025? Yardbank, I have never done that and never will. Because that list would be different for every individual based on their needs, their priorities, their preferences. And I don't want someone to make the wrong decision based on my opinion. You know, like I try to keep a lot of that info as neutral as possible and make it as helpful to the most people as possible whenever I do a YouTube video. And doing something like a top 10 pre-built list is how you get companies like PC Gamer Magazine listing the Alienware as a top gaming PC of 2023. And I'll never forgive them for that. You see? Basically, my goal is to help other people be able to figure out their own top 10 list. Because say someone wants price to performance, they shouldn't be going to Falcon Northwest. Say somebody wants a boutique experience, they shouldn't be going to iBuyPower. So their top 10 lists for those two people are going to be completely reversed. I was on the Cradley 3D printer stream the other day, and somebody put their email address as their username for a giveaway, and they showed it on screen, and there was like 150,000 people watching. Why would anybody do that? Make it your YouTube channel or Twitch handle or something. Like, capitalize on it somehow. Got it. I respect that. But Yarbank, tell me how you're doing. What's going on with you? So, Sanchin Sobers and Doe Mills 702 still have not spoken up that they are here and waiting for their turn. And when I called out for them, neither of them were here. We're just having quiet time right now, apparently. You know what I realized just now thinking about this? So I stick to my guns on not making a system integrator tier list. But if at some point in the future I were to be on some the podcast or something of one of my favorite YouTubers or something, Jay's podcast, or the RTFM or something, and they don't bring guests on as far as I know, but whatever, just as throwing that out there. And they said, all right, give me your SI tier list. Would I be able to say no? Wouldn't that be boring? You see the new B650 live mixer. I guess I'll look at it. Let's see. Wait, new B650? This has been around, hasn't it? It's not new. Okay. Why did you say new? You literally said new, and in the following chat you said it's not new. Are you okay? Do you smell toast right now? Are you all right, Jeff? Burnt toast, right? Yeah. Yeah, look, and it probably looks a little something like this, right? But a little darker, maybe. Actually, literally, well, are you burning toasts? Dude, they went so insane with the I.O. for this thing. Like, so insane with the I.O. I just didn't like the orange one like I liked the purple one. The purple one was so nice. Yes, unironically, toast was burnt in my home. That is 8 USB Type A 2.0. Like, none of these, very few of these are fast. It's crazy. Jeff, come on. You just came back after a long hiatus from hanging out in the stream. Don't make me time you out. Come on. I just don't want lies in my chat. You're spreading misinformation. One of the two is fugly, and it's the orange one. Like, this is legit nice. It's sick. Okay, you're going to say all of the live mixer boards. Okay, this is making me look bad because it can't load. Are you telling me that's fugly? Really? You said they are all fugly. This is part of all. And this is a gorgeous motherboard. So like I said, spreading misinformation. Bro, it's dual Thunderbolt 4, a bunch of 5 gigabit per second, bunch of 10 gigabit, well, a couple 10 gigabit per second. Like, this has great I/O, great aesthetics. That's not a real live mixer. They just... It's real. I promise you it exists, Jeff. And you put all caps, all. So, I'm sorry, but credibility is out the window. You see what I deal with? I missed our chats. Let's see. So chipset 2 PCIe 4.0x16 that both support X4. This is nuts. This is so good, actually. You know what, Jeff? Just to irk you, just to mess with you, I think I'm going to go with this motherboard for the purple build that I'm doing, just to mess with you. Because dual PCIe 4.0x16 with X4 with 4 lanes is great. Dual capture cards. Like, I could stream off of this with 0 issues. Streaming, video editing, all that good stuff. No bifurcation with the storage. Sounds slightly masochistic. I don't know what you're talking about. Why is my audio doing that? Are my IEMs messing up on me? I don't know. Is that better now? No normal name. New username. Who dis? Is that Michelle? Is that Chris? Did Chris? Did you? No, it's M. It says M, but is that Michelle? Oh, Chris just said emotes, so not Chris. I'm guessing that's Michelle. So what do I say? Mixie? Why would you find enjoyment from inflicting yourself with having to see that hideous thing? What do you mean hideous? This is objectively nice. Okay, chat. All right, we're doing this. There you go, chat. There's a poll. You said the purple one. No, I said for the purple build. For the purple build. I'm not going LGA 1700. I'm trying to get away from LGA 1700. That's half the reason for the build. Chris, the poll. Oh, it's Steven. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Well, what you can do is say, is that better now? Normal name. By the way, this is this person. If they say they like the live mixer, I'll disable your code. That hurts us both. What are you talking about? Are you going AMD? No, I'm going to go with the 265K because I'm likely going to be paying out of pocket, and I cannot afford. Let me put it this way. The 265K is equal in Premiere Pro video editing performance to the 9950X3D, and it is like a third of the price of that CPU. So 265K. I feel like half my job doing this stream is just doling out common sense to people. I'm just trying. I'm trying here, people. I'm trying. And I got it's just so weird because I have none in my own life. I have no common sense in my own life. Easier said than done, I think, is the term that works here. I guess. Is anybody even... Did you just... Jeff, did you just take over Twitch chat? My Twitch chat has just died on me. Like, nobody is active in Twitch chat. Also, I think once I ran out of people to help, everybody left. What time is it? It's 11:03. I guess we'll end early tonight. I'm trying to keep it alive. I see what you're doing, and I do appreciate it. Mostly. You're looking at someone who wants a Threadripper. What's up, Tanmay? How's it going? I mean, look, Threadripper seems cool until it has issues, and it's not as cool. I have no common sense. Oh, that's what you're saying. I feel you. Well, yeah. Literally nobody is voting in this poll. This is not helping. Not even you did, Jeff. You could totally vote ugly. I'm closing down the poll. It's getting deleted. Nobody cares. My Twitch chat has left me. They've left me completely. Threadripper seeding and dead RAM channels give me PC PTSD. Yeah. I've tried multiple DDR4 RAM kits for Streamripper, and it just does not work anymore. It was a brand new CPU, man. I'm pretty sure it's that motherboard. It had been used before. It came with a 256 gig SSD in it with PC World's benchmarking stuff in it. They had used it for testing, so it was not new like the CPU was. Ripped its last thread. It was hanging by one, I guess. Man, Twitch chat, y'all don't even know. YouTube chat is making y'all just look silly right now. Unless something happened to the Twitch stream, but I see an excellent connection there. Oh, that's why. This thing is coming disconnected. All right. That was weird. Jeff, I hope you know what you've done. Now who's going to watch me game on gaming streams? Still nobody, actually. Like, y'all don't understand. I've had some people watching from both now. Joe Panico, thank you. I've had some people, like, after I helped ADEF with getting a PC, and we were chatting a lot and stuff. He's like, "Hey, do you want to do like an archipelago stream, which is a linked gaming stream?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, that sounds awesome." And then I realize how, like, oh man, I'm not gonna feel that great when, like, he's got like 90 people to 150 people or whatever, and I've got like 15 people who are like, "Oh, what's this game? Okay, cool." You know, people don't like to watch me gaming, and that's okay. That's not what I'm known for. It's fine, but it does feel a little bad sometimes if I'm gonna collaborate on that kind of stuff. You need to go to one of your gaming streams. I think I'm pretty entertaining on those. I think I am. It's just they are only going to be on Twitch because I try to keep the YouTube streams just to tech. That's it. I tried gaming content on YouTube. I didn't stick with it because, you know, I found a niche instead. But if you go back to my old YouTube videos, there are gaming videos there, and some of them are pretty funny. Other ones are just okay. God, I'll skip over to Twitch. I mean, hey, if you want to, it is usually on Sundays. Yes. Now I'm gonna be just to be clear. There's gonna be a little change up next week for the Thursday stream because Thursday is the 4th, right? Yeah. Yes. Thursday is the 4th. That is the launch of Silksong. I am not even gonna try. I've been waiting for Silksong for a long time. Everybody's been waiting for Silksong for a long time. I want to stream that. So Thursday is going to be a gaming stream just on Twitch. And I'm going to either swap out to where Sunday is PC Matchmaking or to where Wednesday or Friday we do the PC Matchmaking stream. Grad comp sci like a masochist. Yeah. Once I got my foot in the door, I gave up on that. I was just like, no network admin for me. I'm not going to pursue that. I'm good. I'm already in the field now, so I'm fine. Like, this is why I was getting the degree, was to get a job in the field, which I have now. So, like, I ain't messing with all that. I should have finished it, though. What is Silksong? It is a sequel to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is one of the greatest platforming games of all time. Completely hand-drawn art, sprites, everything. Hand-drawn. Animated beautifully. Beautiful music. Oh my God. The story is amazing. The atmosphere is incomparable. Hollow Knight is one of the greatest video games of all time. And they've been working on the sequel for like, what? 6-7 years? Chat Revival team reporting. Silo, thank you. I appreciate it. So there's just been rumors of Silksong over and over and over. And I think in like 2021 or 2022, they were like, it's going to release this year. And then it was just like, nah. So they gave the most casual drop of the info. It was in the Nintendo Switch 2 launch announcement that there was 4 seconds of Silksong in there coming this year. And everybody was like, what? Everybody who cared about Silksong anyway. So that is Thursday. That is next Thursday is going to be a gaming stream just on Twitch. So you can expect the PC Matchmaking stream to be either Wednesday or Friday. Redemption 77. I Googled ugliest motherboard ever, and the live mixer was like the 10th one on the images tab. That's not bad, is it? Also, Jeff, I'd like to introduce you to a little concept I like to call opinions. It means people can like a thing and not be wrong for it. And you can dislike it all you want. You are wrong, though. See what I did there? Too hard a game type for me. It can be pretty tough. It can. I like 2D platforming. I've been 2D platformers for a long time. Have been a favorite for me. That's why I like Super Metroid still to this day, and I play map randomizers for that all the time. But Hollow Knight. Oh, the Hollow Knight randomizer is so fun. By the way, you're allowed to like it. It just means you have bad taste in motherboards. I'm not judging it much. You're right. I do have rad taste in motherboards. I am not misreading much. Okay. I greatly appreciate those of you who have moved over. Oh, no, shut up. Not you, me. Well, I severely underestimated 8F's viewership. I'm like, yeah, if he has like 90 or 150, he literally has like 241 people in the stream right now just playing Pokemon. That guy's so great, though. He's such a nice dude. So I started, you're doing research option. Horrific process of gathering all the papers. I wish you the best of luck. Are we moving over to Twitch? You know what? I mean, if you want to move over to Twitch, but like we're probably going to be closing out and doing a raid soon, which would be great. The more people, the merrier for that. So one of my favorite things to do is, because I know how awesome you guys are, helping move that over to helping you find another streamer to potentially watch and all that. People different from me who you might also find entertaining. Underground Aesthetic says, good to be in 2 streams. Is that Michelle Melton there? You might have told me at some point that was you, but the resistance is too hard. Retreating to YouTube? Well, I made it for the raid. I appreciate that. As someone who I know always said, I may not be right, but I'm never wrong. Maybe a small flaw in that logic. I can't find it. I can't. Okay, well, that's cool. I know, because I know I've seen your name in there before, so that's... I don't know if I ever made the connection. Very cool. I feel like my camera's moving a little too much right now. Like, I don't want it to feel gross. Let's just have it stay right there. Here we go. So a funny thing happened last stream. We tried to raid a buddy of mine, has agent, and he was just ending his stream, apparently. And the raid happened 2 seconds after he raided somebody else, and it broke. I'll stick around and agree the orange live mixture is a bit too much. I don't like it. I don't like it. It ain't for me. The purple one, though, much easier on the old rods and cones, you know? So we might retry rating has agent. I do want to mention, of course, some of y'all might be comfortable here because I, for some reason, picked up the habit of not cussing on stream, and I keep it family friendly here. No other streamers are not required to follow my arbitrary restriction. So if you're sensitive to cussing, then that's something I like to warn about before I raid anybody. Purple and the new black and gray live mixer is more up to my taste. Yeah, I do like that black and gray one, and the way they did the PCI layout, choice, very, very nice. Dumb phrase, I know. I thought they were being cute. Instead, sounded foolish. I think that's okay, Joe. Working on the orange one myself for something interesting. I mean, if you do like an orange creamsicle kind of build or something, some kind of theme build like that, it might be kind of cool. But it would be reversed because orange creamsicle is orange on the outside, and the cream colors on the inside. That'd be opposite. I don't know. I don't know. I'm no expert. Why did I do that? I meant to go back here. What am I doing? I don't mean to be there either. I mean to be there. Okay. So I guess we'll try rating has agent once more. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you guys for moving from Twitch to YouTube. This is kind of what I want at the end of every stream, to be honest. Just because, like, I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. And if I can bring that positivity, that positive energy, those vibes to another streamer, particularly one who maybe has been streaming for 3 hours or so, and you can say something nice and go, you know, take off if you want afterwards. It's one of my favorite things to do because it's always a happy little moment for the other streamer. And I tend to continue rating people who have the positive reactions to it. I've rated a few other people who are like, oh, hey, thanks for the raid. And then that's kind of it. That's cool too. But when it's something that's a real positive impact for them, that just makes me feel good. So I seek that out. So we're going to try with has agent once more. And that will do it for this evening. I guess I'm probably maybe still going to stream on Sunday night. 2 gaming streams in a week is a bit much to my overall stats when it is lower viewership. I might just keep it to Thursday. So I'm maybe no stream on Sunday night, and it's going to be Tuesday and Friday PC Matchmaking, And then Thursday is going to be Silk Song. I might even be starting early on Thursday. Like, I'm that excited. Keep an eye on the announcements channel on the Discord. I might do PC Matchmaking on Wednesday instead. Okay? So it would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday streams next week. Just keep an eye on the announcements channel in the Discord. I will update you all there. Always enjoy hanging out with you, Ken. Thanks for shouting me out earlier for my birthday. Have a great night. Yeah, Joe. And also, again, happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a wonderful one this time and many more. Thank you, Underground Aesthetic. Appreciate that. And I am starting out the raid here in just a second. If he ends it again and it breaks again, that's it. It's over. Nah, he's only been going a couple hours now. Playing some Darksiders 2. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the raid off. The process has begun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I definitely appreciate it. This was it felt like a weird stream, probably because I was just tired and loopy, but it was also a little weird in general. But we'll be back on Tuesday for more. And until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!